Hi, I'm Victoria. Come and learn about the Land Between charity with me and discover how you can get involved.
The Land Between is a grassroots, non-government organization that connects the people of Ontario to the land, water, and wildlife through active stewardship, guided outings, and education. In order to conserve wildlife and protect habitats for the future, the Land Between engages communities and groups using traditional talking circles to find new solutions. The charity also works directly with landowners to assist in land stewardship and with municipalities to develop and deliver conservation projects. But it doesn't stop just there. The charity also conducts research and provides many opportunities for people to participate in wildlife monitoring, restoration of habitats, or even to create their own conservation project. The Land Between is not only a charity, but also a bioregion that extends from the Georgian Bay coast to the Ottawa Valley. It's the last intact wilderness in southern Ontario and is home to a variety of wildlife from both North and South Ontario, as well as our own unique species. The Land Between charity has a mandate to conserve and celebrate the unique natural, cultural, and social economic features of this important wilderness landscape. We focus a lot of our efforts on nature conservation because we know that our culture, well-being, and also our long-term economic prosperity all depend on wildlife populations and habitats staying intact. The idea of the Land Between bioregion began almost 25 years ago. Peter Alley is known as the Rock, or founding father, for the Land Between charity. Peter dedicated the last 10 years of his life to making sure the Land Between region would be recognized and also valued. Through his advocacy and hard work, Peter inspired others and created a spirit of determination that still exists in the organization today. Leora Berman is known as the Carver and took Peter's interest and pursuits to another level. She worked to advance the research and collaboration that was initiated by Peter, and with Indigenous nations, she expanded the focus of effort and included histories, stories, culture, and economies to embrace Indigenous traditional knowledge and governance, and finally created the Land Between charity. She has lifted the organization to where it is today and continues to dedicate countless hours to giving a strong voice to the organization. The Land Between honors the original treaties of Canada and as such operates with a minimum of 50% Indigenous peoples on the board of directors, called the Council. The Land Between is also made up of a passionate and driven team of young professionals who deliver dynamic programs and provide valuable experience and knowledge. There are 7 core goals that the Land Between strives to achieve. They are bioregionalism, conserve biodiversity, sustain aquatic ecosystems, support sustainable economic development, conserve cultural heritage, enhance education, and finally, engaging youth. The charity strives to integrate one or more of the 7 core goals in each project and works across sectors at all levels with many partners to reach these goals. Some of the current programs and projects the Land Between is working on include Highland Habitats, a program that helps landowners become stewards for wildlife; Blue Lakes, a program that sustains lake health and creates a caring community; Knowledge Circles, a program that gives a voice to individuals who are knowledgeable of the land and helps us to understand the land and wildlife to enable stewardship; Turtle Guardians, a program that works to save turtles and the natural landscapes they occupy, and the list goes on. So how can you get involved with the Land Between? Volunteering to help wildlife is a meaningful and fun way to contribute to conservation in your community. The Land Between has a variety of citizen science projects that you can become involved in. A few of these projects include Phragmites fighter, invasive species spell trouble for our local wildlife. As a Phragmite fighter, you will search for and record the locations of invasive species and then learn how to control their growth. Snake supervisors. Snakes are nature's pest controllers, and we need to help ensure their protection. In this program, you will monitor for snakes on your own property. nest sitters, wetland watchers, and road researchers, turtle populations are threatened in nature and need helpful eyes to ensure their safety. In these programs, you will help to monitor their homes and areas that turtles frequent the most to track population numbers. The Land Between is so much more than a charity. It is your community partner. By providing education and raising awareness for our local wildlife, we are creating change for the better, all with your support. Follow us on social media to stay up to date on all events and sign up for our newsletter to stay in touch.
Thanks for learning about the Land Between charity with me. To learn more and discover how you can get involved, visit our website. Bye!